So here it is, the ASI Air Plus, ZWO's update to the ASI Air Pro. Now, anyone who's used the ASI Air Pro knows, while a pretty awesome device and almost classified as cheating when it comes to astrophotography, had one major flaw, and that was this thing right here, the Wi-Fi connector. The Wi-Fi on the Pro was pretty abysmal, and anytime you got past, 20 or 30 feet, you would lose signal. However, this, with the extended antenna, should improve that, and we'll see how it works out later on. In addition to the ASI Air Plus, you also get the use of cables, both DC barrel cables and USB cables to power your camera, as well as the ASI Air Plus and other devices you might connect to the DC ports. These connectors are actually a pretty big benefit because it saves you from having to hunt down these cables elsewhere to operate the unit. And now as you compare the two devices, you can see there's a little bit of a difference. The ASI Air Plus seems to be a little thinner than the ASI Air Pro and a little bit longer with that thinner form factor. But on the whole, they're not too far apart in their actual sizes. They both have the DC connector and the on-off switch, but on the Plus you certainly have that Wi-Fi extension antenna, which should help with the Wi-Fi, which we'll see later on. In terms of the USB ports, the exact same for USB, and you also have the two mounting points for each on the side and bottom of both units, so you can arrange this on your mount or your setup a little bit easier. And they both have the 4 DC ports as well to help power other various devices. Aside from the Wi-Fi antenna, the biggest difference between the two is actually the ASI Air Pro coming with a micro SD card that contains the operating system, as well as the standard USB flash drive that you can use as a kind of hard drive to store your photos during a session. On the ASI Air Plus, they've transitioned away from the micro SD card and moved to a chipset inside the system itself, which should make it a little bit faster in processing and more capability that way. But you can plug in a USB-C to pull things out that internal storage or transfer it to your laptop or tablet. So now that this thing is actually out of the box, the next step is to take it outside and see if this Wi-Fi extension antenna can really solve the problems that existed in terms of range on the ASI Air Pro, and if it has any performance enhancements over the processing power and speed that you would see on the ASI Air Pro with the ASI Air Plus's new built-in chipset. So we'll see what happens next time.